what's up, YouTube family? Today I'm having a look at this Star Wars Black Series figure set. This is from the Mandalorian show. This is R5-D4, BD-72, and 2 different pit droids. And it's a nice little set. Pretty cool characters. We've seen this guy before. He came out 2 different times. The last issue of this, he actually had his bad motivator, which is kind of cool, which is accurate to the first A New Hope movie that came out. But on this particular one, they left it out for some reason. Don't ask me why. It's an essential thing to his character, and they didn't bother to put it in this release. They put it in the release before this, the single packed release, but they didn't bother to put it in this one. But anyway, I guess it is what it is. So here's a look at the side art here. Yep, cool Galaxy side art. That looks cool. And on the back, it's just your basic bio. Yep, that's about it. If you want to pause it and read it, check it out. But let's get these guys open and check them out real quick. Be right back. So here's a quick look at the accessories that come for R5-D4. 5 different plug-ins here that plug into the front of him. And just your basic ones. He's got room for 6 plug-ins on his storage, but they only give you 5 here, and there's no bad motivator, which I think is kind of lazy on Hasbro's part. I don't know why they gave it to you in the last release, and they didn't bother to put it on this one. But I guess it is what it is. So there's those, and then you get the 2 thruster jet things which plug into his legs. And these are kind of cool. This is kind of a new thing we haven't really seen. R2-D2 did not come with these, but for some reason they gave us these with this guy. So anyway, and these detach, which is kind of nice. They plug right in there. Yep. And supposedly you can put these on R2-D2, but on R2-D2 you have to heat up his little blue panels on the side of his legs and peel them off, which is kind of a pain in the butt. But supposedly they plug right in if you do that. But anyway, there's those. So that's basically it for accessories. Let's check out the figures now. So first up, you've got BD-72, and he's a cute little guy. Some nice details on him. Got a little bit of articulation. His head moves around up and down like that. It actually tilts a little bit, so you can give him a little bit of attitude. My antennas are bent right out of the package on these. You have to be careful with these, I think, because just bending them back gently, I can see little stress marks on these. So I would advise heating them up, and maybe bending them probably would be easier or just safer. But anyway, yeah, that's him. He looks good. Nice little dabs of paint on him. Pretty cute looking little droid. He's got a little bit of articulation here and here. The legs don't articulate at the feet, but they do articulate sort of at what you would call the knee joints. Yep. He's a cute little droid. Then we've got the 2 pit droids. These guys are cool. They're funny looking. One of them has a little bit of white around his head. Yep, I like the lenses on the domes here. They're nice and shiny. This one has a little bit of paint on his chest. He's cool looking. Yeah, pretty good articulation. These things actually fold up like in the show. So like they say in the show, you press on the lens and it closes him up. Press on the lens and it opens him up. So that's what they fold up like you're simulating that. But here's one. Here's the other one. Yeah, a little bit of paint difference on them. Or a little bit of color rather on the plastic. One's a little darker. But yeah, they're cute. Check this out. This little body. He's got a lot of articulation actually for such a small little figure. Yep. Supposedly he has bicep swivel up here, but I don't feel it. And it doesn't, these joints are kind of delicate. It does move on the ball joint up here, back and forth, but it doesn't really swivel like internally right here. So I've seen a couple reviews other people had where they said it did that. Mine is not doing that. But the arms are, you know, they're supposed to be double jointed. It's a little bit stiff here on this one. But yeah, and he's got a little bit, he got crunch here in the front. Head moves back. It supposedly goes back all the way back and goes down. But this post is really, really tight. I mean, that is super tight. I feel like I'm going to snap it off if I move it. But the head does move. And the legs bend back, forward and back, all the way up to there. The feet move independently, like it has a little bit of rocker on them. Yeah, butt of rock. It tilts side to side, goes up, goes down. Well, supposedly. Mine is really tight. I'm getting resistance right there. So, yeah. I think you should heat these things up, if you be honest with you, and be really careful with them because they feel really delicate. The wrists do move too, but boy, they are super tight. I mean, it's good to have good tight joints on a figure. I really appreciate that. But this is like so delicate feeling in your hands. It feels like you could almost break it. Yeah. Legs go up like that. Back like that. It's pretty cool. I mean, I think we've only gotten one other pit droid in a 3-pack set before this, so this is kind of nice to get this, get this 2-pack, 2 of these for this pack. There's how the arms look when they bend up. I'm going to attempt a little later on in the video to try to fold one of these down. Hopefully I can do it without breaking it. We'll see. If it doesn't fold easily, I'm not gonna do it right off because I don't want to snap it. But they do have a little bit of leg articulation down here as far as like a thigh swivel. That's cool. So that moves too. We got this guy, R5-D4. And if I have one complaint about it, it's that they didn't put the bad motivator. This up here, this one little orange piece up here on the other last issue popped off, and you could put the bad motivator in there. It's just a little small little thing that sits in there. But they didn't do that on this one. This one's glued down. But it has, the standard R5, articulation. These front panels open up. These open up. Legs swivel and go all the way around. These swivel too. But what's different about this one is these pop off and you can put the jets on them. Let's check that out real quick to see how that looks. Yeah. See if I can get this to work. How easy this is or how hard it is. Ooh, it's difficult. Let's see. Oh boy, that's not easy. Oh, there you go. Okay. So yeah, see they pop on like that. And you can like simulate him being in like a flying pose. Yep. So that's cool. Not bad. Then of course he's got the third leg thing under here. This you have to pull down. Get like tweezers or something to pull this down. But he's got the third leg that pops down. Yep, it's okay. I guess it's unpainted on the inside, which is kind of a bummer. They should have like painted it like how they had the details down here. But the third leg in the inside of this doesn't have the paint detail. So Hasbro got cheap. And then of course we got the head here. The head rotates, which is nice. It looks good. A lot of detail. Not bad. Well, by the way, they didn't weather this guy, so he looks very clean, which is kind of a bummer. It would have been nice if they, gave it a little bit more detail. But it's got the usual storage for these. The head pops up. If I can get it open. Yeah, here we go. And it's got the storage for the accessories in here. You can put 6 different accessories in here. Yep, and this thing does kind of turn and pop out, so you can take this off and stick the accessories on it and then put it back in. Yep, and then it just clamps down like that. So that's kind of cool. It's decent. It's not bad. Yep, it's your basic, R5-D4. But like I said, it's kind of a bummer they didn't give you the bad motivator. That's kind of cheap, Hasbro. Kind of a bummer because, it's one of the things this guy's known for. Yep. Let me see if I can get one of these pit droids folded up, and we'll check that out real quick. Well, another epic fail. I can't get this guy folded up the way I want. It's so delicate. I feel like I'm going to snap it apart. There's no instructions either on how to fold this up into compact mode. I watched other people's videos on how to do it, and nobody really shows you exactly step by step how to do it. They just show it once it's done, and like that's kind of not helpful if you ask me. But anyway, so Hasbro, you could have done better and given us a little bit of instructions with this. That would have helped. But anyway, I guess it is what it is. Well, if you stuck around and watched this video, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Give it a thumbs up if you thought the video was okay. I appreciate it greatly. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. All right, guys. Well, I guess that's about it for this one. Please come back and check out my videos if you like. And I'm always uploading new stuff to my playlist. Constantly uploading new stuff. So check it out. All right. Thanks again. Take care, and may the force be with you. always.